last Commissioners Court of the year. Let the record reflect we have a quorum. Everybody's here except Commissioner Morris is out. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Ask that you please stand and join me in the pledge, and followed by a word of prayer by Brother McInerney.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Pray. Heavenly Father, we come to you this morning thanking you for everything that we have been blessed with in the past year, God. We ask that you keep your hand upon us, Lord. We ask that you lead us into the new year with an open mind, an open heart, and a new direction, God. And we'll give you the praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Perfect. Thank you.
Item number 4, public comment. Gerald Deaver.
I don't know if this is on, Your Honor, but
Not sure.
can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Good morning, Commissioners, Your Honor.
Sir.
I'm following procedure. It is on the agenda today, and so there'll be no reason to cut me off. The American Rescue Funds, item number 9. The last time I heard about these funds was 2 weeks ago, and 2 weeks ago these funds were divided among the commissioners, $100,000 apiece, and then you also purchased property. What bothers me about these grants is we, the people, don't have the full transparency of these grants. We don't know what the ramifications are in these grants, and I think it's
I ain't want to cut your time, but let me tell you a little bit about it. And since you may not know that much about it, we've been dealing with American Recovery grants for a couple of years during the Biden administration. It's $5.6 million. $2.8 million went the first year, and then we got another $2.8 million the second year. And we've distributed them all over the community, so to speak, and the water companies, and they use them for roads, and I don't know what all we've done. I don't have a laundry list because I wasn't anticipating that. But what we're trying to do here recently is we've come to the end of the time that you got to have them spent by, and that's what we're trying to do, is make sure that we don't waste them, so to speak. Now, go ahead. None of your time. I'm not eating your time up.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, as you know, I am an advocate of the sheriff's office. And it's hard for me to conceive that some of these grants that have been issued, very few monies, if any, have gone to the sheriff's department. And it seems like there's always some reason why that happens. I just don't feel that the money was designed to buy buildings, and it does bother me that it went into roads, because I don't know what your stipulations are for the use of the grants, and I feel like that we taxpayers deserve to know these things when the grants come across, instead of just the grant writer and yourselves. And hopefully, we're going to have more transparency along those lines in the year to come. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you. The reason we have this money left over to do something with is when they originally divided it up, $1 million went to fix on the courthouse, the basements, things like that. We've had various engineers look, and what, in a nutshell, they found out basically was that $1 million wasn't going to do everything it needed. So anyway, next thing you know, time had creeped by, and well, we realized we better use it for some other things, and things like, I thought we started $100,000 for police cars. You get $500,000 for police cars, and I'm not sure if we didn't use of that many. What about the $100,000 for precinct?
$125,000 on the road around here by the sheriff's department that you've hollered about for all these years.
And
I'm glad to see that done, Commissioner.
but anyway, we try to do the best we can. I mean, I don't think we've wasted none of it. It's just, I'm glad. When that first came in, I thought to myself, man, $5.5 million. And then I thought about every county in the whole country got that. And then I thought about how my grandchildren's grandchildren will never pay all that money back. But at least the taxpayers are getting some of it back, just like every county. And that's the way I had to rationalize it to, otherwise I don't know. There's no free money, but I'm glad we're blessed to have gotten some of it and to fix the jail roof and everything else we've done with it.
I think we've been pretty transparent, because every time we've done something, brought in court, discussed it, open session.
Yeah, we did.
Well, we did everything, so I don't know where the transparency comes from.
I guess it's kind of like you can always, no matter what you do, you can always do more, and we realize that because it is what it is. And, okay, that was it. Thank you so much. Next, Chief King. I think he got some good news.
I got good news, yes, sir.
I'm trying not to, I'm telling you, I want to spill the beans, but go ahead.
Good news is the jail is open.
Yay!
We got a statement here. This has been directed to bring us over here and just read it to y'all concerning the jail. Greg Capers, Sheriff Jacinto County, is pleased to announce the Texas Commission on Jail Standards has re-inspected the areas of Jacinto County Jail that were damaged during Hurricane Beryl on 7/8/24. The jail has successfully passed inspection as of 1100 hours. That was yesterday, and is now fully operational. Deputies and jailers are working as quickly as possible to retrieve all San Jacinto County inmates from 5 separate county jails, one which is in Beauregard Parish, Louisiana. We expect to have all that done by tomorrow afternoon, so they'll all be back and the building will stop. This effort, like I just said, Sheriff Capers has fulfilled his goal of reopening the jail before the end of his administration in anticipation of the new administration. All systems in the jail are currently staffed, and the Sheriff's Office is to ensure complete success for the incoming administration. The jail is the most important operation inside the Sheriff's Office, and this effort will provide a seamless transition. Sheriff Capers wishes the best for all employees and citizens of San Jacinto County and prays for the continued success and safety of our citizens and officers.
Thank you very much.
That's the good news.
Yes, sir.
citizens and my officers, and I have done everything I could. Every one of y'all know some of the battles, but that's my job, take care of my people, so I did the best I could.
It has been a pleasure, despite us making each other's blood pressure go up.
Well, that's how it works.
That's how it goes. I get it.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you.
Good luck to you.
Yes, sir.
Was that it?
Yes, sir.
All right, item number 5, announcement and possible discussion of items of public or community interest which no action will be taken. Anything we need to visit about on that? All right. Oh, there's something else on 5? Yeah.
One thing I would say is we are going to replace 2 commissioners January 1 and release 12 years of knowledge in 1 and 10 years in precinct 3. Am I correct on those numbers? Pretty close. Pretty close.
Give or take decades plus worth of experience doing that.
Yes, that's the mission. So, we appreciate y'all serving, using your life, because it does take a lot. So,
It's been an honor. I've been really appreciate that.
All right. Item number 8, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve appointing the directors of the Emergency Services District Number 2.
So I had a list submitted to me of some names. There's at least 3 of them here, unless Sam wants to be acknowledged as a member, maybe that'd be 4. But I'm not, if I could, let them stand up and say who they are and what their obligations are or objectives. So at least you can count them. Lisa is one, and then Patrick is another one, and then Jerry, is that correct? James, I'm sorry. James is another one that are here today that would like to be served on the committee for the board.
Raise your hands, the ones that are interested. Lisa, you live
Do not.
she
I
owns
own property in Waterwood, and I pay taxes.
The way we do it with the other ESD, let's stop that right quick. There's 5 members on the court, there's 5 positions, and usually each person nominates somebody. Search the airplane. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that.
So, Commissioner, you got 3 of them here that's on this morning.
Correct, there is 3 here, but
I don't think Lisa was on your list.
No.
She got one on your last night.
This is the list that the Property Owners Association gave you, Lisa.
Yes, she.
We've had other people show up who expressed some interest.
Correct.
There was a lady here last time. What was her name?
Anita Paul.
Edith Paul.
And I don't think James was on, the man that's in the back, he's not on the list either.
Where's James?
He emailed me after court.
Did you send me something? Did you send out an email?
Patrick did, you guys.
Patrick did.
Okay.
I don't think I forwarded it to you. I could have.
Well, it wouldn't hurt, I guess, if they wanted to stand up and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Patrick Marshall.
Come on up. Patrick Marshall. What do you do?
I'm a full-time firefighter in the city of Humboldt. I'm also a volunteer with the Waterwood Volunteer Fire Department. As of right now, I'm the assistant chief. I've already made the
Assistant Chief of
Yes, sir.
the Waterwood Fire Department?
Yes, sir. And I've already made the decision that if I am elected to this ESD board, that I would resign my position.
But you couldn't do, I don't think you could do both. I guess you could show up every time the bell rang and help, but you couldn't be running nothing.
No, sir, I completely understand, and I've already talked to my wife about it, and we're both set on the fact that we would rather me be doing.
I don't know how many members you got. Are you the head guy, the only one that knows how to kick the pump in?
No, sir. There's actually another firefighter there that works for the city of, or for the Woodland Fire Department.
My youngest boy is a Houston firefighter. I appreciate everything you guys do.
We appreciate the support. There are 7 total members right now, including myself, one of which is a professional firefighter for the city of, or for the Woodlands Fire Department. And the others have, we've all been trained for the past couple of months to figure out how to do the pumps, if we're going to be doing certain things, or how to put basically water on the fire if needed.
Yes, sir.
So did you tell us how long you've been doing that?
I've been volunteering in the fire service for, I'm sorry, what?
What's your job? How long have you been doing that?
I've been with the city of Humboldt since 2019. That's about when I started volunteering as well in fire in general. I've been in EMS as well since 2015. I did work for Allegiance in the county, out of Shepherd, Cold Spring, Point Blank. So I'm very familiar with the area and everything. I got my full commission about 3.5 years ago through the state. I've got a few different trainings. I have driver, operator, pumper, aerial. I have officer 1. I have instructor 1, and a few other certs that kind of go along with fire service and EMS as well.
So is there any? I heard a rumor that you maybe want to get on there to combine it with the other ESD right off the start.
No, sir.
We don't want that. We want this. Whoever we appoint, we want this thing to be. We want to do everything in our power to help this thing succeed.
Yes, sir.
We
I
don't
understand.
want it to fail.
No, sir. And I don't want it to either. It's already been voted on.
That was just a question that I had personally for all the candidates.
No, sir. I completely understand, and it's set in stone. This is what the people wanted, so I want to help support it however I can. And I live there, so I understand that. My family.
So you're the assistant chief?
Yes, sir. Currently, I am.
How's y'all's paperwork with the state or the IRS going?
As far as I know, I haven't actually been told any of it. I've never officially been told by anybody else that our 501c3 has expired. I only found out about that recently.
I heard about that. That's alarming, but I don't think that's something that's very hard to correct. go. I mean, update the form, send it in.
I'll be able to address that, Judge, when I stand up.
Okay, well, I hear things.
No,
I don't hear
understand.
much, but I heard that and I thought, my goodness.
Yes, sir. I only found out about that actually earlier this month, and I'd never been notified about it being one way or the other.
It's not like, here's the statute, you know, or how to vote in this thing. It says, oh, and you can't do it if you let the charter expire. It's not crucial, but it is very important. But I think that's an easy fix. That stuff, believe it or not, happens and then you fix it. And you move on. So you live in Waterwood? Or
Yes, sir, I do.
Good.
So I definitely want to do whatever I can to make sure that my family is going to be properly
Sure.
covered and safe.
All right. That's, if we're nominating, that's my nominee right there. Yeah.
So how are you going to figure out?
I'm just gonna say that's my nominee.
No, I understand, but we've got different term limits. How are we gonna do that? Is he gonna be a 2-year or 1 year?
Yeah, I think 1 and 3 will be like a 1-year term. And 2 and 4.
We just need for them to know.
Yeah.
So we just need for them to know that they're appointed for either 1 year or 2 years.
And then next time it rolls.
Then it'll roll different the next time, but we need to.
The next time it'll be a 2, and that way we never have the whole board having to be replaced at the same time. I'm okay with that. However it is, I haven't already looked, and I don't know whether it'd be 1 or 2.
I just know that that's the way we do our ESD one.
Yes. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, sure. Y'all got any other questions out of him?
No, I'm good.
Lisa,
Yes, sir.
come on.
Want me to be next?
I think most of you know me. I'm better than others probably. I've been with Waterwood for 31 years. I run the Improvement Association. I also do the financial books for the fire department. Your question, Judge, was back a couple of years ago. We sent all the
My question is, what's the status with the, status with the 501c or 301, whatever it is?
Right, we send everything in on paper. They do not accept paper copies. The IRS will not accept it. They only accept electronic. So everything was turned over to our audit firm, and our audit firm.
Or is the HOA, you're just an employee, you're not on the board of that?
No. I'm not on the board. I'm the executive director, and I make 0 decisions for the board of directors. I do own property there. I've been there 31 years, and I was one of the forces that drove this whole ESD. I got signatures. I went door to door. I made a 425 p.m. run to the judge's office to make sure I got the paperwork on his desk for one of those 3 or 4 times. I have 100% supported it since we started. I think it's the best thing for Waterwood, and we want to see it succeed. There were people that were not supportive of it, and we had town hall meetings. I cooked hot dogs and all that kind of stuff to get everybody in the community.
I'm gonna just tell you right up front, I've been on lots of different boards and things. I used to be on the other, I've never been on the ESD, I've been on the appraisal board. When I first got on that thing, there's 3 or 4, all the taxing entities have some right to put somebody on there, and forever and ever, it was one school district controlled it. And that's the way it was. And we kind of got together and we got a little, we talked to some other jurisdictions, and the next thing you know, we didn't have one group put 3 people on there. We had 2 here and 2 here, and We don't want 5 yes men, is all I'm trying to get at.
Well,
You know what I mean? 'Cause
I
we gotta have representation from everybody out there, you know, not just the ones that the homeowners association picks.
well,
I've known you since you were a little girl, and I think the world of you.
I just think that this, and when I talked to Commissioner Natuno, I told him, I really think that this first year is imperative. Everything gets on the right track. We're following direction. I mean, I know we'll have help from Denise and help from one if we need it, or.
I know how organized you are and how well you and how important that is for somebody like you to be on the board that's gonna take care of all the papers.
Precinct 1 is going to accept Lisa's nominee for being on the board.
And I'll answer any questions anybody has.
I don't have any more, I just,
Except you just told me I'll go after. It's okay. We'll go from there.
when I was in college, at the very end of college, she was just born, that's how young she is.
Thank you. That made up for it.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
My name is James Schwaba. I've been in Waterwood for just a little over 6 years. I've had a lot of experience. I've had.
Spell the last name?
It's SCHWE, B as in boy, ACH.
Yes, sir. You've been there 31 years?
No, 6.
Oh, 6, okay.
6. I ran my own Egg Harbor store when I was in my 20s.
Probably should make copies of him. Because I hadn't seen him.
My last biggest thing is I was with, believe it or not, Dollar General for 12 years, all the way through district manager, where I did budgets on stores. And when you're over 24 stores of a Dollar General that's minimally ran, budget is a big concern. Working with others is also a big concern. I call it reaching across the aisle to get input. I see a lot of ESD1, and what I think we need to do as ESD2 is really key in on ESD1 and work with them with their insights, especially this first year and going forward, so we're all on the right track. But budget's the biggest thing, where there's not the misspending of the money. It is for the firefighters and to grow the department as ESD2. And probably overall, it's not just Waterwood, I know that's ESD2, but I did watch, hate to say it, YouTube on a commissioner meeting down here. But as an ESD, we need to be able to serve all people, even if it's right outside, or right outside if it's ESD1 that needs help, just like ESD1 will help us if we need help. And we need to be inclusive when it comes to that as a community and a county.
I think it's a win-win for everybody. I believe the ESC right now, that if I'm stating this right, the area where ESD 2 is going to be, that's not, they don't pay that 10-cent tax that everybody else does. So when this gets formed, there'll be that much more money to work with in my mind. So I think, I don't think a lot of what's going on now is going to continue, and you'll have a little more to get the job done. Yes, I think.
But we need the experience of ESD1 to be able to
work. I'm not sure they're going to be, they're willing to help.
Yep.
Sure. Already have, right?
Precinct 3 reception.
All right. That's right, precinct 3. For Mr. Schwaba. And you're welcome to keep talking. When I was a young lawyer, though, I argued for about 30 minutes. Judge McNamara says, "Counselor, I'm going to grant your motion if you'll just sit down." And I'm done.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
1 and 3 will be the 1 year term. So you're waiting on me, I guess. Sam, last call.
I think I have, conflict of interest.
All right, well, you can resign from that. All right, so I have a list here of several names that Lisa got, sent me over, and then I had another gentleman in Waterloo sent me over. And I'm gonna pick a Daryl Gorski, am I saying that right? Bosky. And the next name that I have that I'm torn between Greg Raleigh, which is a communications person, and this Patty Mason. And with the communications issues that I think we're going to have, I'd like to see this Greg Raleigh on there. And I guess I'm voting for Precinct 2 because he's not here, right? That's what y'all want. So I guess I can make the motion to accept Lisa Heyman.
Hold on.
Precinct 1.
Hold on. Precinct 1 was Lisa. Precinct 3 was Mr. Schwayback. And you got Precinct 2's proxy, and then who is your person? Who you could
Daryl Bosky. I was fixing to read that off in order.
And that's Precinct 4. And who?
Precinct 2 is Greg Raleigh.
Precinct 2, Greg. Well, we've heard a little bit about the first 3. What do you know about the other 2 that you're putting up there?
Well, Greg Raleigh he's done communication. Let me see if I can find that email.
I think the only one that sent me something, I got copies of, or maybe forwarded, was the fellow that I nominated. And it looked like he had a very impressive resume.
Mr. Bosky was a city manager. He's retired city manager of Humboldt. And he's lived in Waterwood for way before I got here. So,
Thank you, Lisa. I was trying to find that.
Mr. Raleigh does contracts, grants with mutual with other companies, and he is also big into communications. I dated myself because I knew that he did communications, and so when I went to spoke with him, I said something about CD radios, and he's like, "You just dated yourself, Lisa. You need to update yourself." So, but he is big into communications.
You say communications, you're talking about radio,
Yes.
Things of that nature. Well, that's a big deal.
Yes. He's big.
Some inside knowledge on that is.
That's one of the reasons I went to spoke with him, because I knew he was big into that.
and that is a problem in that area.
Towers, things like that. He knows
That's
all
why
about
with computers, Mr. Brandon, that's why I want to keep him on speed dial, because he knows all about that stuff. He never hesitates if I call him. Well, have you thought about this? Don't be changing your number now.
So, do we want to, just go ahead and approve an alternate in case one of these absolutely comes back and says, I don't do it, I don't want to do it, I'm not qualified, blah, blah, blah.
I don't think that's how it works. I think once you appoint them, somebody don't accept. There may be a different process. Don't the board appoint them after that? Troy?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's the wrong board, sorry.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think we appoint them.
Yeah, that's right. I was confusing it with, appraisal board, right? It's different over there. They got a different way of doing things. Is that coming up pretty quick too? We got I don't know. No, he said no. Next year? One more year. Okay. We got one, I don't know if she's hustling to get out of that seat or stay on it. I know once you get into this job, you start shying away. Some of us took longer to shine.
She's extremely committed though.
I know the election time when them appraisal notices come out, goodness gracious. Anyway, I'm getting off the subject. Do you need a motion for that? For these five, yeah. My motion would consist of precinct 1, appoint Lisa Heyman, precinct 2, Greg Rowley, precinct 3, James. One more time, your last name? Schwabach. Precinct 4, Darryl Bosky. And the judge's appointment would be Patrick Marshall, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Marshall. If I didn't put words in your mouth, that's my motion. I have a motion by Commissioner Tuno, second by Commissioner Brandon to appoint Patrick Marshall, Lisa Heyman, James Schwabach, Darryl Vesky, and Greg Rowley onto the ESD number 2 board. Any other comments or questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous. Oh, we didn't tell y'all that, this is kind of a joke. You don't get paid now. You know that already.
You get a raise every year.
Yeah.
Every year.
Raise it.
Double the pay.
All right. I wish we just put that in the minutes. I don't know if there's she didn't fix me any form. It goes along with it.
Is there anything else that you'll need from any of us, Judge?
I'm gonna flip that back on you. Not that I know of, but if the lawyers say there's something else we need to do, let us know and we'll take care of it.
I'll contact you Monday.
Did the motion include the ability to sign some sort of an order if one's required, a resolution, Commissioner? Sure.
I think that's what he said.
Sounded like what he said, huh? Right. It usually, that's kind of an implied thing, but by bringing it up, nobody has any, I don't guess, any concern about that. Like I say, none was provided, and I don't know, probably the minutes is just fine. Please, Calco Heyman. Don't think she uses that, do you?
It's on my notary stamp.
Oh, is it? Okay. I bet she does use it. When necessary. Let's see. 3. So precinct 1's nominee, precinct 3's will be a 1-year term. You need to write that in there too. All right. You said something about whether or not they want to be. I wouldn't think she'd put them on the list if they were asked, but, they may have to change of order. All right. Item number 9, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve allocated unspent ARPA funds. How much you got on unspent funds?
I was waiting on you guys because I don't know how much y'all have left out of your 100,000.
That won't be you like that, Mike.
And your other numbers,
The first 450 is what she's asking.
Use that.
we had 22,000 now.
Well, that's 22,000 what's that total?
Oh, that's what I want to clear. Then there's probably only going to be a little bit left from the sheriff department cars and from DPs.
Just some chromes, DP, you know, we bid, it was like 14.3 or 14.4. We wasn't sure whether the door was in there or not, so we said 15,000. So there's gonna be some chromes there.
Not, there's probably gonna be a little bit left on the road, maybe 3,000 or 4,000. I don't know that to be a fact until we get the invoice, on the, from Vulcan and everything.
And the property went over just a little bit. It went over 35,000.
234.
234 plus so it did cover it all. Yes.
I don't know, that was 234 plus, price was 235, and then the closing fees, whatever was, what's the tax correlation?
Yeah. So there's not going to be a little
Taxes come back in another line. I mean, they have to pay their taxes, and that'll go into wherever that's anticipated revenue and the taxes. Wherever that goes.
Yes.
You know what I'd like to see done with the remaining money? Mr. Deere, listen close. What I'd like to see done with the rest of the ARPA funds, whatever the remaining amount is, I'd like to see the comp time paid off as much as it will in the sheriff's department.
I agree with that. Because number one, we know it can be spent for that.
And we can spend it.
And if you know if it was incurred in 2024.
How do we know we can do that?
Because it was incurred in 2024, it's held.
we reached out and Brianna said it would cover compensation.
Brianna, the one that was sitting up there telling us, who's not here today, telling us that we didn't do something right, and when we did advertise, whatever it was, that's who we're relying on?
Yes. Well, Langford.
Well, it was incurred in 2024, and so we're authorizing or obligating it.
I think, and I'm not saying it because I'm gonna get some of it, but we already voted to enforce and utilize the rest of it, whatever's left. I mean, and I don't think, if you're gonna throw, just grab $5,000 into that pot, who's gonna determine where that 5,000 is gonna be distributed? I mean, I don't think we've got enough. How much do we have anyway? How much are we talking about anyway?
I don't have an exact figure until we get everything.
So maybe $20,000, maybe,
Very probably only about 50.
I don't think it's going to be that much.
I got an idea, but I don't know how to make it work, so I just probably ought to hush. That building's gonna need some rehab, but we don't have no proposal that we could say, yeah, we're gonna spend blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's why I say, this, we gotta.
I don't have the dollar.
Well, that's the problem. You got your end you in a couple of days. Kind of have to pick something
That's why I said I have a project and I've already done it. That I haven't even sent the bill in for. I've got it
Oh,
covered.
you've already done it?
Yeah, that's the road Jeff paid before he moved to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's spent. I mean, supposedly.
I thought that was one or the other.
He hadn't been paid, he has not been paid. Vulcan has not been paid.
So until all the bills get paid, you're not gonna know how much exactly that you've got left.
Right. So all I'm
There's no way for the auditor to know right now what you've got left. We're just guesstimating, so to speak.
Well, you just have to form it around any verbiage.
Any area project.
Leftover funds to go this.
Would the 20,000 that you think it is, would that make, what sort of dents that gonna make in the contract?
And I don't have that total from the treasurer either, as far as how much is gonna be left.
It's probably like a small bump in the road you never noticed. You'll never notice.
He's not really.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy.
Anyway, it's just my suggestion. Whatever it is, it's gonna come out of general funds anyway, so, Judge, you're
right. I wish I had a thing here to spend X number of dollars fix it, but I don't. I mean, I don't know how, we didn't know how much money it was gonna be, or how do you get a commitment out of a contractor when you don't know how much money you got to spend?
Yeah, it's already been obligated to the board because these take 2 4
Yeah, it's not,
Very much.
Well, if it's already, say it's already obligated, we don't even need a motion.
No, it's in the agenda.
Well, you sure it's already been on?
last
Yeah, seems like we did.
last quarter, we did that.
And it's been spent through a bidding contractor, so
It's heavy.
I'm just gonna, what I told Margie I would do is I'll send in an affidavit with 93 on it and 24, and then whatever she figures, she'll take it out of 93 to use it, and 24 out of the rest of it. Just so.
Okay, we're gonna be in last year.
No, sir. Back to number 5, the Christmas party was a big, huge success. Appreciate, a lot of y'all wasn't able to be there, but you sent prizes that we had just enough prizes to come to make sure nobody left out here with their lips stuck out because they didn't get a door prize. It was a nice event. Miss Gray cooked wonderful food. I mean, we just had a great time. Appreciate everybody that was a part of making that being such a nice event. All right, we don't have to do anything on 9. Next, I have number 10. Consideration, discussion, possible vote to grant a variance for Mark Allen Gutierrez for the division of a 10.82 acre tract into a 5.25 acre and a 5.65 acre out of the John Wall Survey Abstract 53. Commissioner, you know that John Wall, that's over here on JJ Lane off the 945. That's off the 945, that's my neck of the woods.
The guy's selling half of it, retaining the other half. And we've got the flats in there, they've got 5-foot frames each around it. It's on a private road, but it is an easement, and, it's only a 40-foot
He
easement.
just built a new house over there, Gutierrez did. I think it's it off of Rattlers, is it Sand Creek?
Yeah, Splitsy, he's got a house right here. I guess he got his dad's property. His dad gave it to him. So anyway, I think everything's good. I'll make the motion to grant the variance.
How does it get to it now?
JJ Lane, which is a private road. It's off of 945.
Okay, it's, okay.
I couldn't make the figures match until I seen the other part.
Oh, the flat.
Noted by the surveyors that the other portion is in the road.
Yeah. So the part on I'm not having trouble with it, I'm just trying to make sure I understood what he, Is this the place where he lives now? He's building a brand new house and it gets dark. Maybe it's out here on his front 5 acres.
Is it on the road? There is a house on this.
So,
You ought to see where it shows.
Judge. You ought to have 2 flats. Go to the last.
Oh, okay, I didn't see the other plat. He's got, none of this is touching, this must be other property that he has. That I guess,
His mom and dad lived on the highway. They came off the highway with their track.
and this, you're coming from your neck of the woods, and before you get to that creek, the creek kind of splits through one track. There's a pond there, and on the right, he's got a brand new house they just built this year. Sits way back off the road. The rest of this, I guess, is where he lived before he built this house, maybe. Anyway, I'm just trying to get it logistically in my mind. This don't even, he's not showing no easement. He touches this JJ line. I have a motion by Commissioner Natuno, a second by Commissioner Branton. Any other questions or comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, 4-0. I don't know, man. We don't have nothing. He's going executive, nothing on the last of the year.
We have some deals, but how about you have the variance?
Yeah, there's some.
Or something? You're gonna keep it, right?
Next, we're gonna move to item number 6, approval of claims.
The only problem I had on the claims was on the sheriff's department, it said ARPA money, but it's not the same ARPA money that we are talking about for the housing. You look at the claims.
Right.
She said that's, what'd you say, tribal money or
The
something?
travel money. We've been paying it out of there.
So it's technically an ARPA, but it's not the same that we talked about.
Yeah, it's not the same funds.
Hope that that'll stop, get our jail open, and stop that bleeding.
And you know, I guess all those contracts are still in place. It ain't like none of them got, so it's not like we got a bunch of new, I don't remember how often they renew, probably on a yearly basis. Unless they have a renewal, you know.
So you're taking some out of the old budget, huh?
Yes, that building and that last year's. It's the same funds.
I suspect this won't be the last time we see housing bills.
Did you say when these were? That was last year.
That was September. That was September.
This is from Jasper from 11/1, 11/30, and same with the Louisiana workforce. So to the end of,
So we should have one bill from each of,
So who is ODP Business Solutions?
that's the office depot.
Is that Office Depot?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, we got coffee and donut shop, $17.17 on there for us.
They purchase their coffee through the,
Really?
for their office.
I've been here a long time. When I started, you didn't buy no coffee. County didn't buy you coffee. You wanted coffee, you had a little cup and everybody put a quarter in it or something. I don't drink it, so I never put much in there. Things have changed over the last 25 years. Right?
So all of our coffee is bought from my funds, just so you know.
Oh, I was just, it was
There are
right
some
up the
offices
coffee
that
donut
purchase-
shop. You know?
That's what it is, coffee, it's donut shop coffee.
Really? Really? I need to pay more attention to that. I see the Polk Estate Settlement Fund is down to about 63,000. That means they're working on that building over there. And they're blazing away. Time it gets through that, it'll evaporate, I guess.
Yes, sir.
I seen you paid for 200,000 on the tax bill.
Did we? Yeah, that don't, we ain't got too many more times.
No,
All right. Can you look at driving safety bills? Why they charge me $430 for that? Well, I had to test my whole crew, wasn't it? $50 a pop.
I've seen that. They charged you on
My charge, everything in mine. It says random, but I mean, pre-employment, I haven't hired anybody. Did y'all have drug test last? Did you have anybody drug test last?
Yeah.
See?
I bet they charged it all to you, but they
I don't see anything on y'all. They say, they appreciate that, yeah.
It's from the treasurer's office, yes, sir.
Because I haven't singled out. Very good. I had all this I was gonna do this week and it's just wet and I can't do nothing. Stream. No, that's nice.
You gotta call that.
Yes, sir. That's just something I can just have and just look at. All right, sounds good. Maybe one of those. That wasn't the last time that come before. I have a motion by Commissioner McAnally to pay the bills, second by Commissioner Brandon. Any comments, concerns, all in favor say aye. Any opposed, the ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0. Item number 7, consider approval of budget amendments and revenue certification.
We don't have any commission.
I didn't see none, but there we go. Well, it's been a pleasure, gentlemen. Yes, sir. One last motion to be made.
Make a motion.
Got a motion to adjourn? Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. It's unanimous, 4-0. Thank you very much, everyone. Wish everybody a happy New Year.